Welcome to the keyword information tutorial. Now, the keyword information is located inside of the proposal project, inside of the proposal tracker. When you submit a service request, you go into services, you select the services that you want, you fill out the intake form and you submit it, and then it gets submitted into the proposal tracker, which is where we do our keyword research for you. If it's an SEO or a LBLO or keyword related campaign, we do the keyword research for you for free. Now that gets presented to you on the keyword information page. So on the proposal tracker, if you enter in, for example, I go to this example domain and click on it, I will be presented with the proposal project inside of the proposal tracker. Now when I go to the keyword information and I click on it, there's a lot in here, and I'm excited to be able to do this video tutorial for you because a lot has changed with the proposal tracker, and I don't think most people are keeping up with it. First of all, we have the project status and the billing status that's always at the top, and that's normal. We have these statistics up here that run and refresh every single time, which is nice. It shows you the Alexa inbound links, which is really just an Alexa linking value. Google inbound links not available, and those are just the preferred links by Google. Google index pages 22, Alexa rank not available, they must not have any traffic. And then we have the DMOZ listing, site advisory rating, WOT rating, and domain age. So if you're not sure about the WOT or the site advisory rating, you can always Google that as well as the DMOZ listing, and you can get a definition for that. These statistics are always refreshed every single time you refresh the page. They're real quick. Now on the keyword research, whenever we do the keyword research for you, you can come in here and see the amount of monthly searches that there are for the keyword. You can see the SEO competition value on the rank 1 through 10, and rank 1 through 10 means the top 10 ranking web pages within Google. We analyze all of them for that keyword and give you a % competition. Now, the PPC competition is a Google AdWords variable, and the AdWords cost per click also, of course, comes from Google AdWords. The Google rankings is where they're currently ranking in Google, and if they have a Google local or a Google Maps ranking on page 1 for that keyword, it would tell you here as well. And then, of course, the country in which we're doing the research. And this is for your lead's particular website. Keyword classification is either basic or advanced. When you are submitting a proposal request for something that is basic, or for an SEO proposal request, for instance, basic level keywords are covered under our keyword guarantee, and our keyword guarantee can be viewed by going to the document library and just search for guarantee, and you can find the keyword guarantee documentation. So basic level keywords are guaranteed for basic level services. In the services module, you see that the SEO services, whether it's SEO or SEO plus LBLO, all have basic and advanced plans. So basic keywords fit the guarantee for the basic services. Basic or advanced keywords will fit our guarantee for the advanced level services. So you can pick and choose the keywords accordingly. Of course, you can always choose advanced level keywords on a basic plan. It just won't fit the guarantee. So back to this research interface. If you have questions on the exact definitions of these column headers, you can always go to the column definitions document, and you can view or download the document with this download link right here, and it will walk you through and explain to you all of the different definitions for each column. Most people don't know this quick search filter is really nice. Let's say that, for instance, Uptown Pizza Minneapolis. I was looking for a particular keyword, because in this keyword research that we did 44 keywords that we researched and ran statistics on and ran rankings on, right? But some of these have 300 keywords, and it's hard to sort through. But on this instant search, Uptown, I enter in Uptown and it instantly filters out everything that has that. If I started searching for pizza, it instantly filters everything that has that. This is nice because, for instance, if I wanted to do some quick filters and I'm like, okay, well, everything that's Uptown I know that I'm interested in, I'll highlight it green. And I want to clear this filter real quick and come back and say, oh, I want to see anything that has Italian in it. And actually there's quite a bit. Well, maybe I'll go best. I want to go after the keywords that say best in it because I'm going to go for a keyword theme with best. I'm going to highlight those orange, and then maybe I want to look for something that has, I don't know, imint state abbreviation in it. And I want to take a look at those keywords. What's nice is I did a lot of different highlighting, and now everything's all over the place. If I want to view everything that I highlighted, I can click this sort highlight button, and bam, it'll bring all my highlighted keywords that I went through clear up to the top. So that's a real powerful little process, because I can go through real quick and do quick searches on anything that I want, or sort column headers by any way that I want, and do some quick highlighting all over the place. And then whenever I'm all done, to pull it all together and get a central view on everything I selected, which could be green for my primary keywords that I want the most, orange for my secondary keywords, and red for maybe, and I go to sort highlight, and boom, pulls everything right up to the top for me. If you've had to deal with this in Excel and walk through the same process that I just went through, you understand the nightmare of that, because if you've been working with us for a while, we used to do all of this through Excel, and it's a huge pain in the butt. Typically, there's a barrier, right? You want to export all of this research to give to your client, because they have no way of entering into your dashboard and highlighting keywords and saying, okay, hey, well, check the highlighted keywords. I highlighted them green for my primary, orange for my secondary that I want. Why don't you take a look at them? They can't just do that, or can they? Now they can. So check this out. There's a public link now. And this public link, yes, it says eDasher on this demo, but if you domain mask the system, which if you watch the video tutorial and setting up your dashboard, you should have done that by now. If you domain mask the system, then this public link would already be domain masked, and it would say your domain in it. When I take this public link, and it does take a little bit of time to load, but let's just say that I go over here to the next the window, and I'll put it in. This public link, I'll have to use the public link on another one just to show you real quick. Let's go back to the proposal tracker. The public link does not work on campaigns that are already closed. So let me go into one that's not closed so that I can show you how the public link works. So if I take this public link on a campaign that's not been closed, in other words, it hasn't been paid for and launched yet, and I put it in, it's going to load your dashboard with your logo. Now notice, it has your theme and it will have your logo here, but it has nothing else. And I didn't have to log in. It's a public link. You can send this link to your client, and when you do, look, they can come in, they see their keyword information, they can see their own column definitions, they can export this data if they want to, and here's what's really cool. They can highlight these keywords. Let me show you. So here I am on denvergunroom.com, and here I am over here at denvergunroom.com. This is the public link, and here's me inside the dashboard. So I'm just going to go down here, and I'm going to go ahead and sort my highlight up. Now let's say that I've sorted my highlight and I have all of these, but I don't have anything in red. So let's say that you pre-highlighted keywords for your client. So your client comes in here, hits sort highlight, and they see all the keywords that you have highlighted for them, right? And you tell them to go ahead and highlight the keywords that you want red, so that you can go ahead and maybe have a highlighting discussion with them. So maybe they go in and they highlight, oh, I want these 5 definitely, those green that you highlighted I don't want, but I do like these additional 5 keywords down here, and you told me to highlight them red, is that right? Okay, so they highlighted theirs red. And that's off of the public link that they could do from sitting halfway across the world. You go from inside of your dashboard login, and you go ahead and hit sort highlight, and watch what happens. Boom. You can see the keywords that they've highlighted, their top 10. That's nice. That's fast. I tell you what, that's a heck of a lot better than sending them an Excel file and having them literally, you know what they're going to do. They go through and they find just the keywords they want, they copy it, and they paste it, just the text of those keywords in an email. Then you have to come into the system and find every single one of them. Yeah, so this is a huge improvement. Also, off of the public link, keep in mind, yes, they see their own statistics here, but they can even see the competition analysis as well. They can come in and click competition analysis on their side and come in and see the competition analysis interface. Again, your logo, the branding on your theme. I mean, if you had a banner in the background here, it would look a lot better, right? And you can customize your theme to do that. They can come in here and see their competition analysis and sort to see how their competitors are kicking their butt. Back on your site, of course, you also have your competition analysis, but you also have a couple additional reports. But I suppose before I get into those, I just need to go over and just complete this section of the tutorial just to let you know. Okay, you can add keywords to this. If you wanted to add a keyword, you can come in, select the country name, add the keyword, and if we've ever ran statistics on that keyword, the statistics will automatically populate. Why do we give you the ability to add a keyword? Well, because if you're wanting to come in and finalize keywords right away, and you don't want to wait for us to do keyword research, then you might want to come in and enter in your keywords and finalize them right away, and we can run statistics and rankings on them later. So those are the people that want to process immediately, or they're just trying to add keywords because your client wanted them to, and then you leave us a note to go ahead in the discussion to go ahead and run the statistics on those, and we can run the rankings real easily. When you're ready to finalize keywords to launch the campaign, of course, that's when you would select them and finalize them. On the public link that you can give to your client to view your research that you've done for them, they go back to the keyword research here, you'll notice that they don't have the ability to delete or add keywords or finalize keywords. They don't have that ability. They can just highlight keywords. That's the only action they can take. Once they highlight keywords and say, these are the ones I want, and you come in and say, 2 are advanced, the rest were basic, I'm going for a basic plan, so that's an okay ratio. I'll go ahead and click on all these, blah, 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 and you'll click Finalize Keywords, and that would complete step number 1 on launching an SEO campaign, right? Because you have to finalize your keywords. So this makes communication with your client much better, because all you got to do is drop them an email with the public link and say, hey, highlight your keywords for me that you're wanting, and we'll have a conversation on it. And while you're having a conversation with them, it's really cool, because you could even be having a conversation with them and tell them, hey, why don't you hit sort highlight button, because you might have made a couple of changes to say, yeah, well, those are orange and I don't recommend those, and you tell your client while you're on the phone to go ahead and hit their sort highlight button, and immediately they see exactly what you changed. It's really, this thing's great for communication back and forth on keywords with your client. Now, so you know how to delete the keywords from here, you know how to add keywords, you know how to finalize keywords. We've been through the keyword competition analysis. As you know, this is a really nice feature because it allows you just to go in and tell your clients where their top 3 competitors are kicking their butt. But it gets better. Let's say that you're in here and your client says, hey, I want you to show me a different competitor, because we run these based on the intake form. On the intake form, you give us your top 3 competitors, and we run those in this interface. But what if your client says, I want you to switch one of these? Here's an example. Let's say that the client says, instead of greenmountainguns.com, I want to know about scottysguns.com. And they want you to run that for them and tell you where scottysguns.com, the competition, is ranking. So you can literally enter that in and hit refresh, and you'll see scottysguns.com right here. And you'll be able to come in and sort through it. If, for instance, I wanted to go in and see Machine Gun Tours and replace that one, Denver Guns, maybe I go in and I find another one that's gggguns.com, and right here I can come in, to change competitor, Machine Guns to GG Guns, hit change, and it's going to refresh in literally a second or two, and you're going to be able to go in and see their rankings as well. You can do that right in front of them, and they can also do that from their interface. They can change their competitor and play around with it. Very powerful tool. We do a lot of data mining to make that possible for you, so that you have an extraordinarily powerful sales tool sitting at your fingertips. Keep in mind, this can be shared to your client through a link, so they can do all of this themselves as well. So there's several other things. Of course, in the reports section, whenever you share them the link, if they have the online presence report, they can go through the online presence report. And the online presence report is going to give them a report overview. So whenever you present to them the online presence report, you can go over and let them know all about their Google Plus local ranking. I mean, there's a walkthrough of it. They talk about everything. Yahoo local, Bing local. Shows them what directories that they're listed in currently. It shows them what directories their competition's listed in. It shows them where their competition's at, their reputation score, and a little keyword overview. But it also has Facebook, Twitter, and another social media, I think it's LinkedIn, statistics on the newer reports that we're running on the online presence report. And if we have ran that for you, then that online presence report will be on here on the report section off the keyword information, which means that when you give them the public link, they also will see their online presence report. The competition analysis they've already been able to see as well. But what about this Bang site audit report and the site grader report? What are those? Those are our new reports that we run by default with everything as well. So whenever you're requesting a research from us or a proposal request for SEO plus LBLO, LBLO, PPC, even ORM, we're going to run the keyword research for you. We're going to run these site grader reports, and then we're also going to be running the online presence report. But these two reports people have not seen. These are also running, and because people kept telling me, Paul, okay, so you do the keyword research for me, which is great. I'm able to tell them how much traffic's out there. I'm able to show them the cost per click so that I can show people, okay, your keyword traffic is this amount, this is how much it would cost you on cost per click, yada yada. So I could show them where they're ranking. The online presence reports shows me also where their presence is. But how do I talk to my client that says, well, why don't you tell me what I need to fix on my site? And what we were missing is a technical audit. And I let people know that they could go to some other resources for that. But the problem is that everything had branding all over it from somewhere else, and it wasn't what you were really needing, and it took a lot of work and configuration to get it into a format that you can actually use to provide to the client. So we have developed reports for you that you can reference now. Let me show you what, for instance, on this one off the public link, let's say I'll show you what would happen if the client came in off the public link and said, I want to see my Bang site audit report. What's that one look like? And what's this site grader report look like? And from inside the dashboard on this one, I could also generate these two and show you what these will look like. This is the Bang, what we call the Bang site audit report. This is a nice report because it pulls in a little icon of their website and it gives them an SEO score. But this is on an SEO audit. This isn't an online presence audit. This is just looking at their Google Maps. This is looking at their site a little bit more in depth. It looks and pulls out their most popular pages, and if you click the plus sign, it gives you a definition of that. It pulls out their indexing pages that they have in Google and tells you all about that. It pulls out their Google PageRank, their Alexa ranking, traffic estimation, and then it also will give you an Insight SEO analysis. It tells you their URL and pretty much whether it's a www or not, and the length of the URL. And it also gives you the title and some short technical advice on that title, right? Resource, please use the snippet optimizer to see how your titles and descriptions will look in Google and trade search results. Meta description, headings, it counts the number of headings that you have on the homepage that they analyzed. Text to HTML ratio, whether it has frames or flash. Inside page analysis as well is really good, whether you have a location, Brave reviews, get a hold of us on your site. And then website compliance. So it goes through your robots text checking, XML sitemap, whether you have declared the language, the doc type, encoding, Google Analytics if you have it or not, W3C validity. It runs through and tells you how many errors or warnings that you have and helpful tips on how to go and find that. So when your client comes to you and says, what should I do? If you're using the Bang report, you can go in and look at anything that's orange or red. That will give you a heads up on what they need to be paying attention to. Website compliance, again, XML sitemap, they didn't find one. Google Analytics and W3C validity needs some attention. Offsite SEO, this takes a look at the number of backlinks. The number of backlinks is always hard to tell because it really depends on where your resources are coming from. But hey, on the sales side, it never hurts to tell them they have a low number of backlinks. EDUbacklinks.gov backlinks, goes through and counts all of those through a meta engine. So it's not going through, for instance, Majestic SEO, the better resources, which is why this is more of a sales report for you. I wouldn't use this for project management in terms of backlink tracking, but it's a good sales report. Google last crawl date, it will document DMOZ, Yahoo directory. If you're not sure, you can read the descriptions on this. Social media, this is great. Gives you a delicious Dig, Twitter, and Wikipedia quick breakdown. Fabicon, they have a unique one or not. Load time is great. Load time is really important to be able to track, and if the home page doesn't have decent load time, they got a problem. The IP address of the server and where the server location is at, which is nice. The Whois record, it pops out the Whois. You know why it's nice to look at Whois? It's good to know who is hosting their website, because they might not have it hosted where they should be hosting it at, and it could be hosted somewhere that's not so good. The Whois also shows you when it was created, when it expires as well, and who owns the domain, which is important. Maybe they don't own their own domain. So this is a great report, and if you want to PDF this out, save as PDF, hit the button Save as PDF, and this will PDF it out with your logo on it. You can save it to Google Docs, or you can PDF it out and open it up. It should be really nice for you, because whenever it opens up, it's in a pretty good state. You can give it to the client, and of course the client can also see it off of their public link. This one, if you go in and you see on your reports, and you see that here off of my keyword information, and you see this Site Grader report. This is similar to the Website Grader report online, but different. The Site Grader report generates like this. Has your logo on it already, gives a website grade score on it. This is similar to the Bang report, but it's a different format, so you can literally choose what you want. This one's a little bit nicer in some ways, and in other ways it doesn't have as much information. It has a blog analysis, readability level, metadata, heading summary, image summary, domain info, Moz rank. Linking domains, this is a much better domain backlink tool than the Bang report, because they pull off of different resources. Promote, homepage tweets, Twitter profile, business fan pages. That's great, and it's great to be able to report that back to your client. Exclamation points when your client says, "What can you do for me?" or "What should be doing?" That's where you're looking at. Convert, whether they have RSS feeds or conversion forms. If they don't find any forms on their site, something must be wrong, right? Analyze. This is complete unique visitors going to their website and the number of competing sites that they have as well. Score summary comes down, and on the score summary, this is really cool because they give it the website grade, they give it the Moz rank, indexing pages, unique compete unique visitors, and linking domains, and they summarize all of this up to give them a website grade that they put up at the top. Website analytics not found. So this is a great little scorecard rundown on their site. Website grade is 35 out of 100. They get an F. The Bang report is more extensive. It really is. So if you're going for a more extensive technical report, I would go with the Bang report. It has a lot more to it. If you're going for the nice, neat, and tidy SEO report at just a higher level overview, I'd go with the Grader report. Both of them PDF out immediately with your logo on it. So big upgrade and expansion to the keyword information. Not only do you have, let me just go back here, not only do you have the competition analysis and the online presence report, but now you have this Bang site audit report and the Site Grader report, and they're all now available directly to your client off of the public link. It just doesn't get any better than that. If that doesn't help you knock down a campaign, I don't know what will. So I'm really pleased to be able to bring this to y'all's table, because this is really going to help you out. This is going to make your life a lot easier. Being able to just grab this link and throw it over is going to be tremendous. You walk up to a client and send them that link and show them the competition analysis, the audit reports, the online presence report, the research that's been done. You should be able to tell your client that you've got 20 hours of research into their site, and if you send them that public link, not only are they going to see that you have research, but they're going to see that you have the technology behind that research, because they're going to be, I'm looking for the public link real quick, they're going to be looking at, oh boy, come on here, they're going to be looking at the public link which shows your branding but let me get this pulled up. The public link, which shows your branding and your logo, but it also shows that you have a system. They see this cool thing loading, and wham! Live statistics. Wasn't that cool? Column definitions, they can export their stuff. They can come in here and play around. They understand that you have technologies. That beats the guy next to you that sent him an Excel sheet, which is what we used to give to you to send to them. But now we're better, right? Keep increasing our technologies, we keep doing business together, and we get better and you get better and everyone gets a lot better. So I'm really happy and pleased to be able to bring this to your table, because this is a huge upgrade in my book for you guys, and I hope everyone's really excited about that. So this is your quick, super fast tutorial, as much as I could make it anyways, although it's pushing 25 minutes long. Still, this is a fast tutorial for what it is on the keyword information page inside the proposal tracker on the proposal project, which is your sales lifesaver. This is what's going to allow you to go out and bang down all those sales. So hopefully you enjoy working with this module and find it very useful.